Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. I'm going to look at my orange or orange toned cream polishes today. So I've already done my yellow polishes. Actually, do you remember when I did my yellow polishes? If you watched that video, I was talking about this one here, which is Mrs. Brightside, and I was saying, oh, I really love this. I wore it for a couple of days as well, and I'm running low. And that I might get another, if I didn't know if Essence still did them. Anyway, I managed to get one. I managed to get a new one for 78p from Amazon. So yeah, I didn't even have to go to the shop to see if they still had the Essence in Mrs. Brightside. I've actually gone and got this from Amazon for 78p. I thought that was pretty good. So I'm quite happy that I've got a replacement for this now. But it does, obviously, I'm kind of slipping into nail polish habits and addictions again. I'm hoping that that doesn't mean that I grow in another massive nail polish collection of thousands and I keep it manageable with my sort of around 400 at the moment, but we'll see. That's not a very good sign, is it? That I immediately went out and got a replacement for this just because it was like, I feel as though I've only got a couple of manicures left of this. And it is my favourite yellow to wear. It's a real kind of like chartreuse yellow. But anyway, that was the yellows. On my nails today, I've worn this for a couple of days actually, so there's quite a bit of wear. But this is, I don't know if you can see the, oh yeah, you can see it there. Wow. That really picks up under the camera, under the light. It's got this bright, vivid, violet flash in there, and it's Frenchie Likes to Kiss. It's not the best formula. It is definitely a 3-coater, and I don't think you can really see the brightness of it. But it is quite a bright pastel, and it's a real pretty lilac shade. It's quite noticeable, I think, on the nail. So it's, again, an example of, look at that flash. It's an example of, you don't see it on the nail, like at all. You don't see that on the nail. But it's an example of a 3-coater that not only am I going to keep in my collection, but probably elevate it into like favourites. If I had a rack of like of the 400-ish polishes that I've got, if maybe 50 of them were the top favourites, this might actually enter that category. So I don't know. Even the 3-coaters, it has to be really exceptional. It hasn't chipped, even though I've worn it for maybe this is the 4th day that I've worn this. So it is pretty good. But yeah, that's Frenchie Likes to Kiss. I don't know what collection it's from. It's a few years ago. That flash one more time. Beautiful. Doesn't translate to the nail, unfortunately, but I love the shade. So it's taken me a while to do this video because I'm running low on swatch wheels, so I'm going to use the yellow one, but we're going to add the oranges across here. I've been meaning to do this video all week, but I've just been so tired after work every night. I don't know, it's like I'm hibernating. I finish work, have something to eat, and then I just want to get into bed. There's been a couple of nights this week where I've been in bed at like 8, 9 o'clock, and it's just been absolutely like a real treat to do that. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but yeah, managing to get an early night. I'm not saying that I sleep all the way through, but yeah, just being in bed early is lovely. So we've got a couple though in the can coming up. I've got my red creams. I've got kind of khaki green. I've had to split the green category up a little bit, but I've done the sort of khaki green separately, and also the cornflower periwinkle type blues. Yeah, so I've got a couple coming up, but I need to make sure that I've got a few in advance, scheduled in advance for. I'm trying to do a couple of videos a week. But I work away in London, so I'm not able to film. Not all. I'm there sort of a couple of days, few days a month. But when I'm there, obviously I can't film any videos, so I try and get them in advance. So even though today is the 18th of April, you probably won't be seeing this till maybe the beginning of May. But anyway, my oranges. So let's start with, this is a favourite of mine. This is an Illamasqua, and this is called Purity. And this has got a great formula. It's a pastel. It's kind of like it's not quite a pastel, neon pastel, or neon pastel. But it is quite bright, and it is quite whiffy actually, this one. It's a really nice sort of peach shade, soft pastel peach shade, but it is still quite bright on the nail. It doesn't fade into a sort of Manny Hands neutral. It's still quite bright on the nail. So that's Purity from Illamasqua. Next, I'm going from like pale to darker. This one I did wear a couple of weeks ago, but I forgot to take a photograph of it. This is from the Creme collection from Ardous Nails, and it's a little bit brighter. This is a true neon pastel. It is a little bit chippy, this one. I've got off hair there. See if I can brush that off. No, maybe, yeah. I'll brush that off on the mat. Yeah, it's got like it's fine. The formula's great, and it's really shiny. It's not, it's a glossy finish. It's not a matte finish, which some of the neons and the neon pastels are, but it chips quite easily within a day or two. So that's Yvette. I love the shade though. So that's the second one. And then we've got two really bright neon oranges. This is the one that I picked up recently in an Ardous Nails haul. This is from the recent Life in the Fast Lane collection, and it's called Breakneck Speed. And then this one here, which is a colour club, and it's called Psychedelic Scene. They do look really, really similar. This one's a little bit paler, maybe a little bit brighter, but we'll see. We'll see what they both look like on the swatch wheel next to each other. I've been looking forward to swatching them, but I thought I'd wait till this video to see if there is any comparison. A little bit of a comparison in the bottle, but this is a great formula. I am looking forward to wearing this one in the summer. So that's Breakneck Speed from Ardous Nails. And then this one is the Psychedelic Scene. I think this probably needs a bit of a shake. I can't remember. I do remember wearing this maybe once and thinking it clashed terribly with my skin tone. It's much more of a kind of a, oh wow, yeah, this is really bright. So that's a bright, this is a neon. Not sure whether you can see, yeah, they look exactly the same in the camera, but this one is definitely much brighter on the swatch wheel and in real life to the eye. Yeah, that is very, very bright. Yeah, that's definitely a bright, and the four of them actually look very similar to each other. It's kind of going up the orange shade. And they do look really similar there, but yeah, this one is definitely more of a bright tangerine neon. So that's Psychedelic Scene, and then this is more of this is where we kind of stray into the orange tones. This is more of a coral, but it's definitely, to me, it's more orange than pink. And it's Flip Flop Fantasy. This is quite a famous summer polish. And it's the China glaze with this is going to look really pink against everything else. It's the China glaze with the thin brush. And I don't think this has got an amazing formula. Probably okay in 2. But it is a classic neon coral. It does look really pink then, especially next to this one, but it is definitely more of an orange tone. And then another bright orange, but not neon. This is Orange Punch from Orly. And this is more of a like a basketball orange. And then after this one, we move more into the muted burnt oranges. That's quite a jellyish formula, but yeah, it's a nice bright pumpkin orange. Yeah, not quite pumpkin. It's not as burnt as a pumpkin orange, but yeah, it's definitely like a basketball orange. So that's Orange Punch from Orly, and then we get to the neutral, more neutral shades, but still with a slight bit of orange tone to it. This one is set in Sandstone, which is a very neutral orange shade. I mean, I could have put this in the... I've got a neutral category that I'm going to swatch, neutral creams. It could easily have fallen into this category, but for me, there's still a bit of orange tone in this one. And then we get to the three burnt orange and darker autumn oranges, which I've already swatched these in another video, but oh, I started to swatch it before showing you. This one I've done before. This is Susie Needs a Locksmith, and this is a burnt orange, but it's like a slightly terracotta shade. Yeah, I like oranges. I do like orange shades. I don't think they suit my pink skin tone at all, but I do like them. This one is Yes I Canyon, which again is it's a burnt orange shade, but with a little bit of pink in there as well. So it's got a kind of rose pink terracotta shade with this one. I really beautiful in autumn, like perfect autumn leaf type shade. Love it. But again, to me, it's kind of rooted in this orange family. And then the last one, which is the darkest one, and I've shown you this before, this is a UK indie brand. I don't think she makes polishes anymore, but this is called Conkers. And everyone went bonkers for Conkers when it came out. It's such a great formula, and a perfect brown orange shade of like a shiny conker shell. Yeah, love it. So that's the darkest sort of orange shade that I have. It does actually go quite well with the yellows, but let's just focus on the oranges for now. Yeah, really, really like this colour family. So I'm going to put a second coat on and we can come back and take a closer look. I'm particularly interested in what these paler shades look like with a second coat. Okay, so here's a second coat and everything, and you can see the difference between these two. The Ada's Nails Breakneck Speed is definitely a bright orange just before it tips into a neon, whereas this Colour Club Psychedelic Scene is a burn your retinas out kind of neon. It's really bright neon. But let's go through them really quickly. This is the Illamasqua Purity. Just love that shade. It's managed to survive every single destash that I've had. Yvette from Ada's Nails, which is a little bit brighter. Then we've got the Breakneck Speed, the Psychedelic Scene. That's it went matte really quickly. That's the Flip Flop Fantasy. This one is Orange Punch, so Flip Flop Fantasy here. Orange Punch from Orly. This one here, the Basketball. This really, I'm not sure on the second coat, should this really belong in the orange category, but to me it is. There's a dash more orange tone in here than in the creams and kind of caramel brownish types of neutrals that I've got, which I will be doing a video on. This is the Susie Needs a Locksmith from OPI. Beautiful terracotta shade. That's Yes I Canyon from Essie with the wide brush, which has got a slight pink tone to it. And then the last one is Conkers from Mesmerist Lacquer. And you know, I don't know if you use ChatGPT, but I use ChatGPT quite a bit for lots of different things. And I was telling ChatGPT about coming back and doing YouTube videos again, nail polish videos, and what I could do to make it a bit more interesting, given that I'm not editing videos, I'm not adding music or any photographs or anything. What can I do to make my videos more interesting? And they suggested, why don't you choose, when you've done a swatch, 3 that if you absolutely had to, and you had to get rid of everything apart from 3, which 3 would you keep? So I'm going to ask you that question. Which 3 of these polishes would you keep? And as I was doing the second coat, I kind of made my decision that I would definitely keep the Illamasqua again. So that's Purity. I just love that shade. It's a classic go-to. Grab this polish in any season, but if I'm not sure what to wear, then I would have to say, even though I do think it clashes with my skin tone, I'd have to say the bright neon Colour Club psychedelic psychedelic scene. And then for a darker tone, I decided that I would definitely, the third one that I would keep if I had to get rid of all of them and only keep 3, would be the OPI Susie Needs a Locksmith, because I just think this is such a classic autumn burnt orange. So yeah, these 3 are the ones that I would keep if I could only keep 3 orange shades. But what were your 3? Let me know. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. The next one up will be, what am I going to do next? I think I'm going to do I've got loads of pinks, I've got loads of blues, greens. I'm going to need to break those down into different categories. So I think, what shall I do next? I think I'll do my grey polishes actually next, because I think I'll be able to fit them all into one video. Yeah, I'll do the greys next. So yeah, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.